It's week 1 of the 2023 season, and coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it's all up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason, it's all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw, Richardson. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Richardson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and And that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Here's Pierce, is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down, they go again with Henry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run wide side with Henry. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, get it.
Touchdown, Titans! A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Now Richardson to throw on second down. He gets it to Cooks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got Jordan complete right side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Damian Pierce, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Damian Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Henry again on 2nd down. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's good.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. Fighting through, and he's got space. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there, and so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Holding, offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And the Texans will take over. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Down to about the 37.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Another completion there. What a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
To throw on second down, Richardson.
Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
A 9-yard touchdown there as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit.
There goes Sterling Shepard. Touchdown, Titans. Sterling Shepard, 63 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Extra point right down the middle. And this is back to a 5-point game.
23.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out is their quarterback for this offense to take over once more. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the first down. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here's Richardson throwing on 1st down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Jordan. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Going for it with Pierce. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Kyle Pitts, a touchdown reception. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And you can see they've had tremendous success running the football. Close to 200 yards total, with the third and fourth quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football. But still, not bad for one half of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Tannehill. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Give left side for Pierce.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. To throw is Richardson on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Operating from the gun, Richardson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Quick slant here to Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 137 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Richardson, off play action. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Richardson now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jordan. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Richardson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
They begin with Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill.
Completes it to Austin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now Tannehill. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, he needs to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 5-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now Richardson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. And that will be incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. Always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
Truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. A run for Pierce out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Here's Richardson on 1st and 10. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 36 yards. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Titans getting set to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Tannehill. Caught by Woods. Tannehill finding Woods for the Titans' 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Tannehill on 1st down. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Tannehill. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Henry diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Richardson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To throw is Richardson. To throw on 3rd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Off play action, Tannehill. Escaping, and he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Texans scoop it, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The toss right to Henry. And he'll be out right at the 35. 176 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
So times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Again, Tannehill. This is Phillips yet again. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Got this complete to Racey McMath. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Room here to run. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Texans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.